Let's be real. It can be hard to save money, usually feels like a sacrifice. So I thought it'd be cool if I shared a few things that I've personally done to help save money faster without really sacrificing much at all. And if you find any of these tips useful, I'd really appreciate you liking the video to help others see these tips. And if you're interested in more content like this, definitely subscribe to my channel. Now, if you don't know where your money is going, then before anything else, you need to change that. When you don't know exactly how much you're spending every month, then it's really difficult to actually save money and really easy to overspend. So the first thing that I did that helped me save money was create a monthly personal budget. Now, the way that I do it is I have a spreadsheet that shows me how much money that I make each month and then breaks down exactly how much money I'm spending in the same month. So I went through my credit card statements to see where my spending was going the last month, categorized all that spending, and then compared that to how much I made that month in a spreadsheet. Now you might be wondering, but Fed, how did this actually save you more money? And while it didn't directly save me money, it was absolutely critical to my ability to save because it made me realize that I was actually spending more than I was making every month, which is probably why I had so much trouble saving money before. 2, it made it clear what I was actually overspending on. The time I was spending a ridiculous amount on DoorDash. And then 3, it allowed me to set realistic spending targets and cut out the things that I didn't actually need. I'm going to make a more in-depth video in the future about how I created my personal budget. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to my channel so you can get notified when that drops. Now, once you've clearly laid out a personal budget, the next step is to make it as easy as possible to stick to this. To make it easier to save and harder to spend, the next thing I did was automate my recurring income and expenses as much as possible. So if you have a job that pays you through direct deposit, set up partial direct deposits so that the money you want to put towards savings, investments, and even certain spending accounts in your budget get automatically sent to those accounts with every paycheck you get. You can also do something like this with credit cards to automatically manage your spending. Most big credit card providers like Chase, Bank of America, Discover, American Express, they'll all allow you in their apps to set up alerts when your account's approaching certain limits, so you know when you're on pace to go over budget or when you hit your monthly limits for certain spending accounts. The next thing I wanted to make sure of was that I was keeping my savings in the right accounts. There are a ton of popular banks out there offering savings accounts with really low rates. I wanted to make sure my money was working for me as much as it possibly could be. And for the cash that I wasn't using, an easy way to do this was to at least keep it in an FDIC insured savings account with a high interest rate. And here's why this can be a really easy way to save more. Let's say I have $10,000 that I want to put into savings, and I'm choosing between Chase and Discover to open a savings account with. Chase is offering a 0.01% rate on their savings account, and Discover is offering a 3.3% rate on their savings account, both with no fees. Now, this means if I go with Chase and I just leave my money in there for a year, when I check again in a year, I'll have $1 more and my account will have $10,001. If I go with Discover, then in 12 months, I'll have $330 more and my account will have $10,330. That's basically an extra $330, and all I did was pick the right bank. The best part about this is that there are websites out there like NerdWallet or Bankrate.com that make it super easy to pick the right bank by pulling the rates from all the banks in your area so you can compare it all on one website. After doing all that, the last thing I did that helped me was spending smarter. And there are plenty of ways that I cut out my unnecessary spending without really sacrificing the things that I like. One way I do this is by taking advantage of discounts, coupons, and sales wherever I shop. You'd obviously rather pay less for the things you want to buy. And if you do your shopping online, there's plenty of apps out there like Honey and Rakuten that can automatically make sure you're paying the lowest possible price for whatever you're buying. You can also negotiate lower prices for recurring bills like your utility bill or your cable bill. A lot of times, if you just call your cable provider or internet provider to cancel, they'll usually try to get you to stay by offering a pretty substantial discount. A lot of cable and internet providers also price match rates as well. So call up multiple providers and see who's offering the best rates in your area for any of your recurring expenses, and then use that information to your advantage. So with all that said, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I want to close by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I just enjoy finding quick ways to help save money. So I wanted to share some things that have worked for me. If you have any more tips that have helped save you money, definitely toss them in the comments below so that everyone can see. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and smash that subscribe button to see more videos like this one.